Hello everybody, I'm back. It's me, Jeremy Lastman, back for another fun and exciting installment of intuitive channeling. Let me just make sure that I'm going to see comments. If you're tuning on for the replay, let me know by saying replay so I know that you caught it. And if you're stopping in, say hi and let's get started. Let's see who wants to join. I'll kind of just wrap a little bit here as people start to join, and we'll see. Today has been a powerful day. I had a few sessions with clients and a session with my mentor as well, and experienced some really great clarity around some of the details around my vision and the next couple action steps that I'm going to be doing. Hi Lane, how you doing? Let me know if you want a intuitively channeled message. I'd be happy to do it. Where are you listening from? Where are you watching from, I should say? I'm here at a park in sunny Southern California. The vibes have been really interesting today. I get this sense that there was some bumps in the road. There was some hiccups. We are really like starting the mower, as I feel like, you know, when you pull the mower a few times, you kind of hear the engine like and then you pull it and then it finally starts. Like that's where I feel like we've pulled the string like a couple times and we're getting ready to get the engine going. But we had to crank a few times and fail it and feel those like, oh, nope, not that. Nope, not that. And eventually the engine will start to roll. So, Lane, let's see what we've got for you. Oh, and as I said in the comments, if you want something a little bit more specific towards your life or business, just be sure to let me know. So Lane, that gives me a hint. So let's give you something more specific about how to get unstuck and really start to feel your momentum. So Lane, it's what's coming through for me is that you really are carrying the last 5 years of your life in a very linear, a linear rectangular tunnel, or a linear tunnel, and you're kind of carrying that 5 years behind you as like a tail, and because you're so caught up in the last 5 years and just kind of seeing that stuckness and not a lot changing in the last 5 years, you're really using that to draw your story and your energy of the present moment. And the more that you can, because you got to understand that to feel momentum, you got to understand the difference between acceleration and speed. Because if you can try to, imagine you're driving a car super fast, and all of a sudden you're just kind of gliding and you don't really have a sense of momentum, right? But when you're accelerating and you feel that movement, that G-force into the back of your seat, all of a sudden you feel momentum. You feel like, oh, something is moving. Whereas when you're just going at an automatic pace, you don't necessarily feel the nuances or the subtleties of of your movement, of your energetic circulation, of your momentum, really. And the more that you can see, bring in the in and out points of that 5 years towards the present moment, and feel like the freshness of that, and not identify with the 5 years, but just bring it in as much as you can start to see create a new story around it. And when you do that, all of a sudden there's new energy available. I used to have momentum, but then I lost it. I finally felt the last couple of weeks I got back. It's slowly coming back. I agree with you though. Yeah, that's good. So keep focusing on your presence and trust in that unknown that you're avoiding. Felicia, nice to have you on again. Nice to have you on. Freedom for Felicia. Felicia, when I tuned into your energy there, I got like a really cool happy vibe. So you're on the right track. Like you're really starting to feel it. You're starting to see the glimmer of what this freedom is actually like when you are free from your own identity, when you're free from your stories and your time and your beliefs. And the more that you trust that, the more that you play with the seriousness that the ego, the identity is trying to defend you from, or hold you back from, and you can laugh at it. You can play with that seriousness. The more awareness, the more space you'll be able to create from that old paradigm, and the more intimately you can get to know the new paradigm, where that freedom is really allowed to flourish. It's like you got to marinate in those new vibes a little bit, cook in it, marinate, and then all of a sudden you'll start to taste that nectar a whole lot more. Hi, Kelly. Healing for Kelly. All right. Are you still carrying past wounds? Look at how much time is contained in your past wounds, and ask those spots. Ask those spots of pain, where you feel those spots of pain in your body. What do you need? Have a conversation with them. Ask them what they need. And more than likely, it's going to be love. It's going to be forgiveness. And just imagine that you are sending love from your heart to these different zones in your body that are in pain, that are connected with those wounds. It's when you bring those wounds down from your imagination, from your memory, and really feel where those are in your body, and send love, light, and forgiveness, and blow up the stories in a way. The more that you'll be able to elevate your frequency to where that pain you're no longer served by that pain. When you choose healing, when you choose to want to be healed, the identity structure that gets identity from pain starts to really defend itself. And that's why you need to be clear on what it is you want and what it is you don't want. Oh, thanks, Kelly. Yeah, I love this park. You can, and I got a cool monopod under my phone, so I can really keep it steady. Hi, Sharon. Let's see what we've got for Sharon. Sharon Beal. Sharon, I really feel like you're on it. If you're not already there, you're on the cusp of figuring something really big out. Like, there's a groundswell of excitement for you. There's a groundswell of excitement for you that I felt low. I felt lower in my body. And so if you haven't yet connected with your support, with your whatever you call your guides, your angels, like, do you have any way of imagining energetic support from the universe? Because the more that you kind of trust that, the more it will show itself, and you're so close, or you're there. Like, I would need whatever that last hiccup is, Sharon, for whatever you're going through. The more that you don't let the circumstance dictate your freedom or happiness or fulfillment, but find that within your presence, like, you're gonna be golden. Lane, thank you. I've noticed that I've been focusing on the old story when it's time to move on. I guess I've been trying to learn as much from it as possible, and I need to let go, focusing on the new. Yeah, Lane. If you have seen my previous videos, I have the first part of my work, my teachings, is called the Day One Theory, Lane. And the more that you can learn more about it in my group. I'm currently working on a book about it. But the more that you exercise or experiment with the hypothesis that the body is not in time, the more you'll see the dissonance between what the old stories are telling about you and what is actually true. And then you can start to correct some of those inefficiencies. Felicia, I've been experiencing this laughing at things that try to hold me back. I'm starting to become aware to it, and it's comical and sad. I'm able to heal and just know that I'm looking forward to freedom every time I face it in the moment. Yeah, Felicia, laughing, like, the more lightness, the more that you can laugh at the seriousness. The seriousness is not as serious as it's trying to make it serious. And I'm being serious about that. It's not as serious as you think. Amanda, hi there. Healing freedom from past relationship. Are you currently in the relationship? No, it's a past relationship. You gotta go nuclear on the container of the relationship that you're carrying in your body somewhere. Whatever metaphor suits your suspension of disbelief for your imagination, Amanda, strap a bomb to it, drop it into some lava, blow it up, smash it with a sledgehammer, something to symbolize for you that container of the relationship is no longer needed in your body. And if you're looking to expedite that process, book a quantum jam session with me, and we can blow that thing right up, so you can move past it. No, I'm not barefoot. It's a little chilly out. Felicia, Kelly got it. Good. The grass looks lush and green. Yeah, it is. Little weeds. I don't think they are allowed to water it a lot here, but yeah, it's nice. Lane, I had everything stripped from me, jobs, friend, agent. I feel I'm much more ready for the unknown. It just looks like I have no idea where to turn, but I will continue to focus on manifesting what I authentically desire and releasing old. Yeah, that the stripping away is actually good. It's making space for a higher frequency dream for you, Lane, to step into. All that stuff had to go away for this new stuff to start to enter into your space. It's all good. It's really good. Have fun. Sharon Beal, yes I can. Makes sense. What's up, Anna? Hello. Thank you. Yes, I've been meaning to catch up on your videos. Awesome, yeah. Join my group too, Mechanics of Consciousness. Thank you. Lane saying some specific daily affirmations would help. I agree. What was... Yeah. Yeah, Amanda, the relationship is done. It's letting go of the hurt and trust issues. So I'll give you the really spiritual, energetic truths for you to really contemplate, Amanda. Who is actually hurt? When you say that you are hurt, who is actually hurt? Find it. Find the thing that is actually hurt and look, because it doesn't actually exist. And this is like straight to the core spiritual pointing, because once you look for the one who is actually hurt, you won't be able to find it. It's just an illusion. It's just a projection of who you think you are. But when you are actually true to yourself about your identity as presence instead of the person, the more effortless you'll be able to see that all of that stuff is not as real as you once imagined. And that honesty with yourself about seeing that the one who is hurt is only just you're aware of it, and you're the awareness of the one, of the illusion of a person that you think is you. But you are so much bigger than that, and what you are cannot actually be hurt, because you are source. You are the universe. You are the creator of this. And the more that you stop giving your power away, the more that you stop making yourself smaller than you actually are, the more that pain will just wash over you like a cloud, and you will realize a whole new power about yourself, and the trust will fall into place. Lane, I will definitely join your group. Thanks. Awesome. See you in there. Let's see if there's, I don't think I see any. Hopefully I'm not missing any more comments. Oh, here we go. What would be a good tool for me to start tapping into my gifts? I know I'm intuitive, but I know I'm much more than this. Yeah, the intuitive is where it begins. Your passion. It's usually somewhere around, you've been doing it all of your life for other people, for yourself, and it comes so easily to you that other people are so amazed that you can do it that easy. Like, they're just amazed at like how it comes so easily and naturally to you. That is usually the inroads to the passion of where your genius resides. And the more that you play with it, like Felicia, I would ask you, with your intuitive gift that you start to see, what excites you the most about helping people, about serving people, about transforming Earth in some way? Where do you get your biggest excitement vibes from transformation and from providing value and from getting paid? Like, what is the dream for you, the dream life, the dream lifestyle that you would just be like, I get to get paid to do this? Like, I don't have to work because this thing that I do so easily and naturally, just, that's what I get paid for? That's usually, like, you tap into that feeling and you'll see what the gift is. And then you can start practicing it and honing it and crafting it. And like I offered other people, Felicia, if you want to hop on a quantum jam session with me, we can get to a really good breakthrough around that. Yeah. Cool. Does anyone else have any desire for a message? Otherwise, I'll just kind of hang here for a second, see what comes up. Yeah, Felicia, just PM me and I'll send you the link to my calendar. We'll jam. Charlotte Clark. Hi, Charlotte. Nice to have you on again. Mastery of your gifts. I was just talking about this to Felicia. So what I was telling Felicia, Charlotte, is, oh, you're saying mastery. Okay. Let me tune into this. So, Charlotte, I don't know, who was I saying? It's going to be hard to keep track the more that I do this about saying the same things to some people, which I don't like doing, but it just has to be expressed sometimes. So Charlotte, the metaphor that will really suit you, I think, is right now, your light, the way that light is coming to you, the way that you are expressing light is very, it's very wide. It's a very wide thing, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? And it's awesome. But you're at the next level of your soul's development, which is mastery. And so what you're doing is learning how to be more precise with your light in more potent ways, in more powerful ways, in more focused ways, and in more nuanced ways. And so the metaphor that will really help you kind of see what you're paying attention to, first of all, is slow down. And the second thing is you got to look at your craft like a samurai or like an artist, because right now you're just wielding all over the place. But the more that you look at the sword of your truth like a samurai, and you learn how to use it, learn how to use the tool like a craftsman or like a samurai, whatever metaphor suits you, the more that you'll tap into your the more that you'll tap into that intuitive listening to what mastery means to you. Because I think you already sort of know, but it's just becoming more and more precise with your truth. Hopefully that helps, Charlotte. What's up, Renata? What do I need to do to master my gift? I think hopefully you just heard what I said. It's awareness. It's self-awareness, Charlotte. Self-awareness, subtlety, precision, nuance. I can only give you words and paintings, but those are the things that'll direct you into the craft. And again, if you want to hop on a jam session with me, we can definitely work through that. So should I just work on cancer, diseases that pills change? Yes, I was involved healing cancer at its core. Are you a scientist? So do you want to heal cancer on a person level or on a science laboratory level? That's interesting. I definitely want to hear more what you mean, because that's big. If you want to do it on a person-to-person level, just find people that are willing to pay for your service or be experimental test subjects to your process, to your intuitive process, and you get one testimonial that says that you healed someone's cancer, and you'll be busy. You'll be busy. And then on a scientific level, okay, so you are a healer. You're not doing it on a science level. Send me a PM, Charlotte, and I'll send you the link. Felicia, I know I have a lot to offer. I feel sad though, because many people are not ready to hear what I have to say. I feel urgency for healing, and there has been so much brainwashing. I want and am ready to help all, just people who are spiritual or religious, dead and alive. So your collective, Felicia, you believe that many people are not ready to hear what you have to say, but that's just actually fear on your end for speaking your mind, speaking your truth, and hurting other people's feelings or breaking something. But if you're in this business of transformation, you are a destroyer of people's identities, Felicia, and you can't be afraid to speak those type of things when you say that they're not ready to hear it. Like they are and they aren't, but the more that you just stand in your expression, the more of an example you'll be for them when they are ready to hear it, that you'll have planted those seeds. You got to look at it like that. Like, even if they're not ready to hear it, but they scroll past your post that is like fired up with truth, they might glance at it, they might ignore it, they might read a couple words, but that energy that they have just soaked in plants a seed, and you never know when it's going to sprout. So speak your truth full volume, Felicia. No more hiding behind the fear that you don't think they're ready. You're ready, Felicia. Renata, I'd like a message, whatever comes through, and maybe more on the other day's message in regards to stepping out of that black and white paradigm, if you recall. Oh, right, Renata. This one's going to be interesting. Renata, so you're pretty awakened, so you're on the level. You do understand that do you see evolutionary progress of animal consciousness to human consciousness was the establishment of self-consciousness, was that duality has become, it's gone from black and white to shades of gray, Renata. So children are like black and white logic all the way, and they will make like lifelong commitments based off black and white logic. But as you get older, you start to understand the shades of gray between the black and white, right, Renata? But where we're evolving right now, where the quantum leap is happening, literally, is we are still in a duality paradigm of good and bad, right and wrong, with shades of gray, but within a construct of duality, Renata. The more that you can see that the duality is the limitation on yourself of why you can't entertain paradoxes, that the good and bad are also containing positive and negative polarity. So I can diagram this out on a future live on my group or something, Renata, but you got to imagine that the label good has a parentheses plus and minus charge as a possibility. Bad has a plus and minus charge as a possibility, because you can say good and it could mean negative. You can say good and it can be positive. You can say something is bad and it can be positive. You can say something is bad and it can be negative. So we're approaching a quantum power because of our self-awareness to be able to entertain paradoxes like that. And it's our intelligence that allows us to play with that. So the more that you can do that, and if I recall, it was being able to play with those things instead of being stuck in duality, the more that you'll be able to not be restricted by duality, and you'll start to have more fun and generate those results that you want. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Jennifer, Freedom, when will my divorce be final? It's final whenever you decide it, Jennifer. Even if it's not physically final, you, in your imagination, you and your creator power can decide it's final, and it doesn't matter what anything in reality says. If it's final for you right now, it's final for you right now. You make that call. You're the creator, Jennifer. And that means that the circumstances don't dictate your feeling of freedom, but your feeling of freedom is the feeling of freedom from any circumstance from ever touching you. Felicia, thank you. That means a lot. Persecution is a fear. Yeah, I'm guessing that you probably are connected to witches being burned at the stake, and that ancestral generational trauma is still within you. And by you not letting that fear control you, by you acting even amidst that fear, you're going to do a lot of service for your collective. You're welcome, Renata. I can't wait to see what that, let me know like your breakthroughs around that. You're welcome, Charlotte. I will answer your PM after this. Jennifer, I'm divorced then. Perfect. Feel it, and celebrate. Like go do something tonight that is a symbolic celebration, that in your quantum future, in your quantum imagination, those papers are signed already. Like, what would you do when those papers are signed? Do that tonight. Have a drink, do a toast, whatever it is. Like you said, it's perfect. All right, that was really fun, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, awesome. I had a lot of fun. Oh, right at the buzzer. All right. Holly, hi Holly. Freedom for Holly. Holly, there's still elements or unconscious aspects to your spirituality that is holding you back from really enjoying the fun of freedom. And I get it. It is serious work sometimes. The shadow work, helping people with trauma, all of that. Like there is that seriousness of like you're doing real work, you're doing important work, but when that seriousness carries too much of a negative charge, it can really drain the passion out, it can drain the fun out. And so when we start entertaining these ideas of what freedom means for us, that seriousness can really diminish the power that we want to feel, that we are. And so, Holly, the more that you can add more playfulness to your craft, add more playfulness to whatever it is you do, you'll start to lighten up that vibe and start to elevate your frequency and just know your freedom a lot more. I hope that helps. I was told I am one of 144,000 that will awaken and rise to heal the planet. That feels like a lot of pressure. I'm with you there, Felicia. I'm one of them too. Light workers or whatever you want to call it. It's only negative pressure when the stakes are real. So if you say that in the affirmative, that we're going to heal the planet, and you trust that, then the stakes aren't really real. There's no way to screw it up. We're in the process of healing the planet, and we're going to do it. Like, there's no question, because we're all powerful. And again, the 144,000 of us or whatever you heard, that's just the beginning. Those are just the beginning sets. We're going to start the wave of global empowerment, global awakening, global healing. And so it's not like the responsibility is on your shoulders that makes the pressure all heavy, but it's like it's a motivating pressure. It's a fun pressure that you chose to be incarnated and be one of us that are on the cutting edge of like healing entire race, and bear witness to an entire planet awakening at quantum speeds. It's quite magical, actually, and the more you don't see the stakes as real, the less the pressure will get to you. Jacqueline. Oh, Lane says, Felicia, I keep seeing the number 144. Okay, more practicing. Thank you. The process to becoming. We are working on it. We are already doing it. Yep. Holly, you were the one. Yes. I even felt in your. Okay, more practicing. It's still like more work, more serious work, like more practicing. replace practicing with play. That's what I got for you. So Jacqueline, freedom. Hi, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you are in a comfort zone right now. Things are very calm, and you're not following your intuition towards some of those things that get you a little bit scared, excited, and those things, or call it scare-sighted. Those type of things are what going to enhance your freedom. Those little action things that are at the edge of your comfort zone, because you won't really know your freedom if you're too comfortable. But the more that you kind of like push the boundaries of like, what does freedom actually mean? Could I do this and still be free? Like, and you build that trust, and you constantly are like pushing the boundaries on your comfort zone. First of all, you're gonna like feel empowered, and then second of all, it's like you're gonna be leveling up, because ultimately you want to get to mastery, and so you're not going to fully feel your freedom if you're just staying in your bubble. Hopefully that helps, Jacqueline. Felicia, yes, a fun pressure. I agree. I feel defeated and like a failure for not being able to heal everyone I come in contact with. I want to heal everything. Yeah, Felicia, there's, be aware of this rescuer paradigm that you're in. It's because you're still seeing reality through a lens of lack, and it's creating a lot of people that you feel like you need to save. And this is in connection with one of your parents, is usually how it is. But it's the rescuer paradigm, and you don't need to stay in that if you don't want to. And again, we can talk about this further. It's that one you have to kind of dive deep on to understand. Oh, damn, a lot more comments. Amy. Hi, Amy. How's everything going with your business? Freedom. Yeah, Amy, it's probably going to sound a little bit similar to what we've been talking about, or what we talked about, me and you, which is proving the freedom to yourself by putting yourself out there in new and scary ways, because there's a part of you that is still afraid of your gifts, and so you're not free with your gifts yet, and so the more that you dive into the uncomfortable places of your gifts with people, to help people, to heal people, instead of being afraid of what it might do to you, the more you'll be able to bolster your fear and feel more indestructible and immortal to the temporary waves of learning your craft and learning about your gifts. Hopefully that helps. More play. Take it from someone who was an oracle in ancient Greece, who was also prosecuted. You'll be okay, Felicia. Yeah, good. Debbie, looking forward to doing what I love, helping full time. Great, Debbie. Jacqueline, yes, it does. Thank you. It's a little harder just taking that leap at times. Yeah, Jacqueline. Felicia, Holly says, Felicia, your energy is more important to be directed to bigger things. It's kind of slow. Amy, just keep putting yourself out there. Thank you, Holly and Lane. Holly asked, someone asked this before, are you walking barefoot on the grass? Not today. I usually am, but it's a little chilly out here and I'd rather be a little bit more comfortable for the live. But usually I am. Yeah, usually I am. Okay, that was an epic live, guys. Thank you for joining, and I will be on sometime tomorrow for another one. So have a beautiful evening or morning wherever you are around the world, and see ya.